my wife, and my best man. That morning felt different. The sky was calm, but something in the air carried a quiet tension I couldn't name. I arrived at Tunde's house to borrow his jacket for my wedding. My best friend, the one who had been with me since childhood, greeted me with a weak smile. He wasn't his usual cheerful self. His eyes darted around nervously, his shoulders slightly hunched. "Bro, you good?" I asked. Yeah, just tired," he muttered. I decided not to press further. I took the jacket, folded neatly in a bag, thanked him, and left. But deep inside, something didn't feel right. When I got home, I placed the jacket on the bed. At first, everything seemed normal, until I pulled it out. The smell hit me first. Damp, metallic, wrong. I frowned, checking the shirt, wrinkled, stained slightly at the cuff. Then I felt something hard in the pocket. When I pulled it out, my hands froze. It looked like a human finger, dried, stiff, covered in brownish red stains. My heart pounded, my throat tightened, my knees weakened. What is this? I snatched my phone and dialed Tunde immediately. He picked up on the third ring. "Hello, Tunde, what did I just find inside your jacket? Is that a finger?" There was silence. Then his voice cracked. "Oh, bro, no, it's not what you think," he stammered. "We caught a monkey in the village last week. I was wearing that suit when it happened. I forgot to take it out." His words didn't make sense, but I wanted to believe him. So I did. I threw it away, sent the jacket to laundry, and forced myself to forget. But my heart didn't. A few days later, my fiancée, Lisa, and I went to book our hotel for the wedding weekend. She looked distant, distracted. Each time I caught her gaze, she quickly looked away. "Lisa, what's wrong?" I asked. "Nothing," she replied softly. But her eyes said otherwise. Fear or guilt. I couldn't tell which. The day before the wedding, guests began to arrive. I decided to find Tunde so we could go over the schedule together. And that was when I saw it. Tunde standing with Lisa in the hotel hallway. Their conversation stopped the moment they saw me. Their faces stiffened, and that silence told me everything words couldn't. Later that night, in my hotel room, I sat staring at my reflection in the mirror, trying to shake off the unease building inside me. My phone buzzed. An unknown number. The message read, "Don't marry her. Ask Tunde where he was last night." My chest tightened. My hands went cold. Every suspicion, every uneasy glance, every lie suddenly connected. My best man and my wife-to-be. The walls felt like they were closing in, and for the first time, I wished the wedding would never come. Richie sits on the edge of the bed, smiling faintly while scrolling through his phone. Then his eyes stop. His face hardens. His heart skips. His palms sweat. The phone almost slips from his hand. Tunde, his best man, is sitting nearby tying his bow tie. Richie, who could have sent that? And why now? He glances at Tunde, who seems unusually quiet. Tunde casually picks up Richie's phone from the table. Richie notices. His heart pounds. Richie whispering, "Hey bro, leave that. I'll check it later." Tunde gives a fake smile. "Oh, my bad." Moments later, Richie checks his phone. The message is gone. Deleted. In shock, Richie whispers, "He saw it. He deleted it." The tension thickens. Both men pretend to continue getting dressed, but the air is heavy. Then Tunde breaks the silence. "Did you get random texts from anyone recently?" Richie, "Not really. Why?" Tunde, forced smile. "Nothing. Just asking." Their eyes lock. Both men smile, but neither believes the other. Tunde suddenly grabs his phone and says, "Bro, I'll be back. Something urgent came up." He rushes out. Moments later, Richie paces nervously. Richie to himself, "Something's not right. I can feel it." He checks Tunde's room. Empty. Then heads to Lisa's suite. Empty. Their phones switched off. He goes to the hotel security. Security guard, "Sir, a man and woman left a few minutes ago, in a tinted car." The world spins around him. He can't speak. Richie whispers, "Lisa, Tunde, what have you done?" Then, as he turns to walk away, his phone vibrates again. Another message. Moral lessons. Never ignore your instincts. They speak the truth your eyes refuse to see. Trust is fragile, and betrayal often hides behind familiar smiles. Trust is fragile. Once cracks begin to show, even silence becomes suspicious. Secrets always leave traces. No matter how well they're hidden, truth has a way of surfacing. Listen to your instincts. When something feels wrong, it often is. Blind love can be dangerous. Emotions can cloud judgment and stop you from seeing betrayal right in front of you. The company you keep defines your peace. Not everyone who smiles with you truly wishes you well. What do you think Tunde is hiding? Should Richie still go through with the wedding? If you were in Richie's shoes, would you confront them before the ceremony or walk away quietly? If you were in Richie's shoes, would you still go ahead with the wedding or confront Tunde immediately? Do you think the message was sent by someone trying to help Richie or trying to destroy him? Why do you think Lisa and Tunde left the hotel together? Could there be another reason beyond betrayal? Should Richie involve the police or handle it quietly? If your best friend and your lover betrayed you, which one would hurt more and why? What do you think will happen next? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Gentle Spark Inc. on YouTube and Facebook for the next shocking episode.
My Wife and My Best Man, Episode 2. As I turned to head back to my hotel room, my phone buzzed again. Another message. This time, it was an address. My heart skipped. I didn't think twice. I grabbed my jacket, pocketed my phone, and rushed out. I was determined to find out what was really going on between my best man and my fiancée. While on the way, a thought struck me. I should call the number that sent the text. The phone rang, and someone picked up. "Hello," a shaky voice answered. "Hello, I saw a message come." Before I could finish, I heard a loud crash. Metal clanging, voices shouting in the background. "They're here! We need to leave now!" a man barked. Then, silence. A few seconds later, faint footsteps. Then a woman's muffled scream. Another crash, and the line went dead. My heart was now racing uncontrollably. As I approached the address, a black-tinted car sped past me. The same one my fiancé and Tunde had left the hotel in. I froze for a moment, then ran to the location. It was dark and quiet. The street smelled faintly of smoke and petrol. Then I saw it. A smashed phone lying on the ground, screen shattered, pieces scattered. I felt cold all over. Whoever sent that message was either in trouble or gone. I decided to wait, hoping the sender might return. Minutes turned to hours. Then my phone started ringing again and again. It was my fiancée, Lisa. I didn't answer. Not because I didn't want to, but because something deep inside whispered, "Don't." Finally, I booked a ride back to the hotel. Halfway through, another call came from my mother. "Hello, Mummy," I said softly. Her voice was trembling. "Richard, my son, I know this is the worst time, but your brother has passed away." Everything inside me collapsed. I felt numb. I ended the call and sat in silence the rest of the way. When I reached the hotel, Lisa was waiting. She looked furious. "Why weren't you answering my calls?" she demanded. We argued briefly until she excused herself, leaving her phone on the bed. A moment later, her screen lit up with a new message from Tunde. "They found out. Lay low." I stared at it, frozen. Who had found out, and what exactly were they hiding? My hands froze over the phone. What did that mean, and who exactly had found out? That night I couldn't sleep. My heart raced, my thoughts running wild. I finally made a decision, one that might save my life. I wasn't going to marry my fiancée. The next morning, the day that was supposed to be our wedding, I called my doctor and executed my plan. Moments later, I collapsed during breakfast. Everyone screamed. I was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. The doctor, who was already in on it, placed me on a sickbed and hooked me to saline. When my fiancée arrived, I noticed something odd. Her face wasn't filled with concern. It was frustration. It was as if she was angry that I didn't show up to the altar. She even suggested we get married right there on the hospital bed. Everyone disagreed, except Tunde. He supported her. He even kept whispering, "Bro, it's just a small ceremony. Let's finish it." That was all the confirmation I needed. The two of them were working together. 2 days later, while still in the hospital, my phone buzzed with a WhatsApp message from an unknown number. I quietly excused myself to the restroom, pretending to be unwell, just so I could check it privately. When I opened the chat, my heart stopped. A picture of a man lying in a hospital bed, face covered in bandages, connected to tubes and oxygen mask. The message below it read, "Come to YKC Junction by 7 p.m. tomorrow night." Before I could respond, another one came. "Wear a green top and red shorts." Then, the entire chat deleted itself before my eyes. Gone. I rushed to the doctor's office and told him I needed to leave the hospital secretly. He understood. "Fake a seizure," he whispered. "I'll handle the rest." Minutes later, I stumbled back into the ward where my family sat, pretending to collapse. They panicked and screamed as the doctor quickly ushered everyone out. He moved me to a private ward where no visitors were allowed. That was my escape. The next day, I slipped out of the hospital unnoticed. At exactly 7 p.m., I arrived at YKC Junction wearing the clothes they asked for. Green top, red shorts. The night was silent. No call, no message, no one around. Just me and the echo of my heartbeat. Then suddenly, screeching tires. A car swerved to a stop in front of me. Two men in dark clothes jumped out, grabbed me violently, and threw me into the back seat. Before I could even shout, one of them pulled out a syringe. A sharp sting hit my neck, and everything went black. Moral lessons. When secrets start unfolding, silence can be the loudest warning. Sometimes the truth doesn't knock, it crashes in. Love without trust is a ticking bomb. Never ignore your intuition. It's often your soul whispering the truth your heart refuses to hear. When your spirit warns you, listen. Sometimes intuition saves more than logic can. The people closest to you can also hide the deepest betrayal. Never ignore red flags. Love shouldn't come with fear or secrecy. Who do you think sent the mysterious message, and why? Is Lisa truly guilty, or is Tunde hiding something much darker? Should Richard still go on with the wedding, or call it off completely? What do you think "they've found out" really means? Who do you think sent the mysterious WhatsApp messages? Was the person in the hospital bed connected to Tunde and Lisa's secret? Do you think Richard will survive, Or is this the end for him? If you were in Richard's position, would you still go to that meeting? What do you think will happen in the next episode? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Gentle Spark Inc. on YouTube and Facebook for next episode, where secrets begin to explode.
My Wife and My Best Man, Episode 3. The night was hauntingly quiet. I stood still at YKC Junction, my heart racing as I waited. No call, no message, just the eerie sound of my own breathing. Then suddenly, a car screeched to a stop right in front of me. Two men jumped out, grabbed me by the shoulders, and dragged me inside before I could react. My screams were muffled. My breath was shallow. Then I felt a sharp sting in my neck, and everything went dark. When I opened my eyes, everything was spinning. My body ached. My wrists were tied to the bed. Two men sat beside me, silhouettes blurred in the dim light. "I think he's awake," one said. I blinked, and my vision cleared. They were my brother's business partners. Panic crept into my voice. "Were you the one sending me those strange messages?" They nodded. "Come with us." They led me into another ward. My blood froze. On another bed lay my brother, alive, but barely. His skin was pale, his breathing shallow, and one of his fingers was missing. I gasped, a chill running down my spine. That missing finger. The same one I saw on my best man's jacket. "Why? What happened?" I demanded. Then they told me everything. My fiancé and my best man, secret lovers, had plotted to take my wealth and vanish. My brother overheard their plan and tried to stop them. For that, they attacked him and left him for dead. My hands trembled, my world shattered. 2 weeks later, my brother regained consciousness. He revealed the location of the video evidence, the one that exposed everything. That video destroyed their lies, their plans, their masks. My fiancé and best man were arrested and sentenced. My brother survived, though the scar of his missing finger would never fade. And me? I learned the hardest lesson of my life. Sometimes the people closest to you hold the sharpest knives. As I watched them being led away, I realized love is blind, but betrayal opens your eyes wide. My scars will heal, but my heart will never forget the faces that cut it deepest. Moral: not everyone who calls you brother means it. Not every love is true. Watch all episodes on Gentle Spark Inc., available on YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe, share, and follow for more heart-touching stories.